Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the show. And in today's episode, I'm going to give my list of top 5 annoying cruise passengers. And it's not necessarily in order of worst to least worst, but I'll let you guys figure that out. But we'll start out with the elevator challenged. Number 5, the elevator challenge. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, how many times have you been on a cruise ship and you've come across these scenarios? First scenario, you're standing by the elevator bank, you've pushed the button, you're waiting, sometimes it can be a long wait, and so you're standing there and all of a sudden the doors finally open and this other group just comes in and just blows past you as if you weren't even there, and they get in the elevator. And then sometimes you just get left out, It's very frustrating, very annoying, and I think we've all been there. But yeah, that's one part of it. The other part of it is you're on the elevator and you're on your way to whatever floor you're going to. The doors open and you're trying to get out, but the other folks that are trying to get on, they don't wait for you to get off. They just bum rush, knock you out of the way, and I don't know, that scenario has been happening to me a lot more. I'm not sure, I always make sure I'm standing like right in front of the door if I can, so you might take the hint that, gee, this guy might actually want to get off. But so that's the elevator challenged folks that I'm talking about. And so that's number 5. Number 4 would be the line cutters, or the line saboteurs, if you will. And it never fails. You can be standing in a line, and it's obviously a line. People are stretched out for half a mile, and there's always that one person that wants to go walk, pretend as if there's not a line there at all, and go straight up to the front and oh, are you people in line? No, we're all just, standing here for our health. We got up this morning, decided, hey, let's go, stand in single file in a certain area of the ship and see if somebody will come by and ask us if we're in a line. But I never can quite comprehend that, but it's something that you run into these days. Or they know there's the line and they try to form another branch of the line. You know what I mean? It's like there's clearly an established line, but they'll come up and they'll try to form another branch of it and sabotage that way. But so yeah, that's number 4, the line cutters / saboteurs. All right, number 3 would be the photo hogs. Now, what am I talking about with photo hogs? Well, I think we've all seen it these days. You're on the ship. Maybe it's the first day, maybe it's the last day, somewhere in between. But you're out and about, and you're trying to get from point A to point B. But there's this person that's got 2 or 3 tripods set up. They're out there. They're voguing, doing all these poses and whatnot, and now you can't get through, or maybe they set up. I've even seen them set up on a stairway, which is nuts. But and so now you have to wait till they get done with their photo shoot, or maybe go the long way, or just straight up be just bum rush through it. But it's pretty crazy. And I know. And I'm not talking about people taking selfies by the rail or at a certain spot. They're taking a quick selfie and they're moving on. I'm not talking about those folks. I'm talking about the folks that just totally shut down a walkway or a passageway because they decided they want to do their photo shoot right there. So that's number 3. That's the photo hogs, and that is quickly followed up by number 2, the buffet hogs. Now, what am I talking about there? Well, I'm sure we've all seen it. you're in the buffet line. There's a lot of people. You're trying to get get whatever it is you're trying to get, and there's the person in front of you, and they've got like 2 or 3 plates, and maybe they're getting tacos. Maybe it's Taco Tuesday, so they're setting up their taco shells or whatever, their tortillas, and they're building their tacos right there on the buffet line instead of just getting the toppings, going to your table and letting people get through. No, they can't do that. These folks are, it's like they're in their own world. They're the only people on the cruise ship. So they're gonna sit there. They're gonna put the taco meat in each individual tortilla. They're gonna put and meanwhile the line is just backing up. People can't get through. It's crazy. Or they're building their hot dogs. Just get your toppings, get what you want, go to your table, mix it up. Build it there. Save us all a headache. We'd all like to eat. At some point during the day. So that's number 2. That's the buffet hogs. And finally, at the top of the list, you've got what I like to call the slow motion walkers. And what am I talking about with that? Well, it never fails. You're transiting through the ship, and maybe you're on your way to a spa appointment, or maybe you're late for the chef's table, or you're going to a show, or whatever it is you're doing. You're trying to get from point A to point B again, and there's always that one person that is a slow motion walker. They're walking as if they're just taking little baby steps, like they've got all day to get wherever it is, and that's fine. I'm not one to criticize how people enjoy their cruise, and if that's how you want to enjoy it, that's fine. But my complaint is when they're walking smack dab in the middle of the hallway, and you're playing that game, you're trying to get around, you're trying to get around on this side or that side, and then they kind of like move to one way or the other, and the frustration builds. So just pick a side, one way or the other. Hopefully, a good motto here that we use is, slower traffic, keep to the right. If you live by that, you can't go wrong. So, but, that's my list. Slow motion walkers, buffet hogs, photo hogs, line cutters / saboteurs, and the elevator challenged folks. So let me know what you think about that. In the comments, if you think I'm being out of line, or maybe you want to add something, or maybe you want to put them in order, whatever the case may be, feel free. Also, I just want to give you a update on the channel. I'm going to change. If you notice, there's a name change for the show. I was calling it the Morning Debrief, but now I'm going to change it to the Scuttlebutt. And the reason I'm doing that, I used to be in the Navy. I was in the Navy 20 years, and scuttlebutt is a word that is kind of some naval terminology, if you will, and it can either mean a drinking fountain, or kind of like what's the morning gossip, and so that's kind of where I'm going with that. And I'm also going to move the time slot to the afternoon, about 2 o'clock, and see how that works. I think that might work out a little bit better. It's a new channel, and I'm just trying different things to see what works best. So if you got any thoughts on that, feel free to let me know in the comments. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a great week. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you around the way.